Good morning. How's everybody on this hot Saturday morning? It is a little bit of a scorcher here in East Tennessee, I will tell you. I'm making a breakfast bowl this morning. I've already got my bacon cooked up, and I prefer the pepper bacon from Aldi's. I've got it all fried up here. I have taken about 3 large red potatoes and chopped them up, and I've got them simmering over here. I'm fixing to add some bell pepper and onion. For my particular breakfast bowl, I like to add some veggies. Do y'all like your veggies? I like my veggies. I've been missing seeing you guys on here. I've had to work on a few other projects that I've got going with social media, and had some camps to work, some planning. Then of course we had the 4th of July yesterday. So good morning to you guys. We're making a breakfast hash. Got some potatoes frying up over here. I'm going to throw in a little bit of onion here in just a second. Not everybody likes the onions and peppers, but me and my hubby he endures them. I enjoy them. That's the difference there. Yesterday he actually asked, I made 2 different pans of baked beans. One had all the goodies, and one was more plain, and he actually asked for the one that had all the onions and peppers and stuff in it. I was pretty impressed. He's like, I feel like I need it. Alright, so I'm chopping up some onions. I'm making it little tiny pieces. Throw that in there. Gonna get a little noisy for just a second. I'm gonna add a little more oil. My potatoes have kind of soaked up the bacon grease. This is not a heart-healthy meal. It's not healthy, period, is it? Alright, so we've got our onions and our peppers in here, and our potatoes cooking up. I'm going to mix up my eggs. I actually have a little bit of red onion here too. I'm just going to finish it off with. So this is kind of like a taco salad. Have you ever started fixing your taco salad and it just kind of builds and builds and builds until you have way more than what you thought you were going to eat to begin with? That's kind of how this one's going to be. There is not a single egg left in that. Good thing we got it back up, huh? Alright, so I'm going to mix up. Actually, instead of mixing, I'm going to show you even a more different way to do it. So what we're going to do is, as these potatoes cook, we're going to let them get a little bit more browned. I like mine a little more crispy. We're going to just open up 1 egg at a time and drop them on there. And I'm going to let it sit and let the eggs kind of set up and cook. And then you start turning your potatoes. But let me give you a little clue about your potatoes. Don't put your seasoning on your potatoes until most of the sides of your potatoes are cooked, or they're going to start sticking to the pan. And the reason is salt releases the starch in potatoes, and it will cause your potato to start sticking to the pan. So mine is almost to the point where I'll start putting in my seasoning. And let's look at this. Let's talk about this new seasoning I have. We have some guests in our house right now, which really have become more like family to us. It's my daughter-in-law Gabby's sister and her husband and 2 children that come and vacation in this area, and we're blessed to have them stay with us during that time. Precious people. But they had me a little gift basket, and this was in it, y'all. The Ragin' Cajun, original Cajun seasoning. I'm so excited. So I'll be using this in my breakfast bowl. So I'm gardening, and I'm wondering if you guys are gardening this year. Put in the comments if you're gardening, and if you don't mind, share my video. That'd be great. I'm trying to get things rolling again. In my garden, I have bell peppers plentiful. I don't have onions, but this is my garden fresh bell peppers that are cooking in my brunch bowl. And I have tomatoes and okra, and I have some green beans coming on. I have some jalapeno peppers that are not doing the greatest. I don't know what their problem is, but they are not doing the greatest. But you know what? We need some jalapenos in here, don't we? Let me go grab some. Looky here at how pretty, y'all. Aren't they just the prettiest little jalapenos you ever did see? Get my cutting board back over here again. It's a little messy from my potato cutting up, and I didn't realize I didn't cut up all my potato. Look at that. But that's okay. Let's get this jalapeno cut up and put in here. Now, these are not super hot jalapenos, so don't be freaking out on me if you don't like jalapenos. I will tell you, I'm 55 years old, and I have just begun to get heartburn with spicy foods. I've never had heartburn in my life except when I was pregnant. And now all of a sudden with spicy foods, I get heartburn occasionally. All right, so we're just gonna sprinkle that in there. So we've got potatoes and onions and peppers and our fried potato, or our potatoes that are all frying up. I've got my bacon already ready that we'll sprinkle on the top. I wish I'd put the rest of this potato in there, but it's too late. This is mostly for me and my husband, so it's okay. Everybody else is sleeping. We had a very late night last night with a little 4th of July. It wasn't a little. It was a fantastic production that the Smith family put on. Ashley and Isaac Smith and Ashley's brothers, they knocked it out of the park. It was incredible. What did you do for your 4th of July? Put in the comments what you did on your 4th of July. We had watermelon. Tell me what you ate. We had hamburger sliders. We had pulled pork. We had, oh gosh, smoked sausage, baked beans. We had coleslaw and potato salad and deviled eggs. And y'all, let me tell you what I put in my deviled eggs. I chopped up really fine some pickled garlic. It was a game changer in my deviled eggs. It was so good. And if you don't put cream cheese in your deviled egg mix, you're missing out. So make sure that you do that too, okay? So again, what we're gonna do here in just a second, I'm sorry it's taken so long. We're gonna drop about 6 eggs over the top of this potato mix, and we're gonna let them just cook. We're not gonna stir anything for about 2-3 minutes, and then we'll start moving it once they start cooking. Can you smell it? Okay, so what we are ready for now is both sides are pretty much cooked, so that's kind of sealed in the starch. You don't want to turn your potatoes until your potatoes are almost done. I'm sorry, you don't want, did I say seasoning? I don't know what I said. Let's start over. You don't want to season, especially with salt, your potatoes until they're almost done, or they release the starch and they're going to stick to your pan most likely. So I've used my Raging Cajun seasoning, which is a new one, in my cabinet anyway. We can't do anything without garlic and wine. Y'all go order you some. It's amazing. Get it off of Amazon or walk in their restaurant and ask for it, and they will fix you right up. And it used to be cheaper to get it in the restaurant, and now Amazon has matched their price. So it's the same price. It's about $9 a bottle. But who doesn't like a good garlic seasoning? You want to go get you some of these. Okay, we're ready now to just start dropping our eggs on top, okay? So one at a time, I'm just going to crack my egg. And I'm just going to let it lay on the top of those potatoes. That's very interesting. That is an unwashed egg from the store. We're not going to use that one. And it's okay if it busts, because you're going to bust it anyway when you start turning it. But we're going to let it cook a little bit on top of these potatoes. This is the best breakfast hash you'll ever have. Then if you like spicy stuff, you'll throw you some Tabasco or some kind of spicy seasoning on top. That's 5. I think we'll go ahead and go in with 6. Eggs are not as expensive as they used to be, y'all. Have you noticed that? They're coming down. Now if we could get other things to come down in price. What do y'all think? Let's do 7. Okay, let me wash my hands. See if we can zoom in a little bit here. Well, it's not going to let me zoom in, I guess. Okay, but y'all can see it pretty good, I think. So I'm just kind of letting the whites, let me get this off of here and show you. The whites are starting to cook. We're going to let them cook just a little bit longer, and then we'll start stirring. I think since the eggs are on here now, we're going to add a little bit more of the Raging Cajun. You just let it kind of sit. Don't mess with it. Just let those eggs cook for a little bit. I've got some fresh watermelon cut up. We're going to add to this brunch. And we'll top with some of our, we'll crumble up some of our bacon on the top of it. It's almost ready to flip, y'all. You can tell it's starting to get more white. The whites are starting to get more white, if that makes sense. And what this keeps it from doing is just being like a mush. If you started stirring it immediately, it's not gonna like have good solid egg pieces. It'll become more like a mush with the rest of your potato hash, bowl, whatever you want to call it. There's so much steam on the top of it too, so the eggs are starting to cook from the top as well. So for those of you who just popped on, this is like a potato hash. I have about 4 red potatoes cut up, 1 white onion, a little sprinkle of red onion just because I had it and it needed to be used, a bell pepper, and 2 small jalapenos. Fried those in a little bit of a toss between the bacon grease from my bacon I already have ready, and I threw in a little olive oil in there to stretch out that oil a little bit for this mixture to fry in. This is not a healthy meal, okay? Let's just make that clear. But it could be worse, I'm sure. Couldn't it? Yeah. All right, we're gonna start turning. Oh, y'all, look at that crispy top on that was the bottom of the potatoes. Just what I wanted. Oh. Now, if you don't like crispy, this is not gonna be for you. Look at that, y'all. Okay, I don't want my eggs to start getting brown, so I'm going to turn my stovetop off. I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer and let you see what this final product looks like. Okay, now all you have to do is add you in some bacon. We're going to sprinkle some bacon on the top. Let's build that bowl together. How about that? Let's build one together. Instead of a bowl, I'm going to use a plate. I know I listed it as a bowl, but I think I want it to be on my plate. And I'm going to take it off of that heat. Even though the burner is off, it's still very hot. Look at this, y'all. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of bacon on the top, and then we're going to get some cheese and put a little bit of cheese on the top of the bacon. Let's get our cheese. Oh, y'all, look at that. How pretty is that? Look at that, would you? Thank you for joining me today, and until next time, I love you guys.